Kurt, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
Kurt Coleman, I'm not well. I'm probably doing better than you are, but I'm not doing well, brother. Listen, wow. I was going to say that Kurt scored all the points for ATL, but Ryan came there and got the last 2 points on the conversion. But Kurt Coleman tonight converts 17 points, 4 penalty kicks, and gets the try. But I'm sure you walk away disappointed after this game. RUNY really brought it. This reminded me a lot of last year's conference final, especially that first half. The score was like 9-3 going off the pitch. What are your thoughts? I mean, was it the same sort of intensity from your perspective?
Yeah, it definitely had the same feel to last year. They definitely brought the physicality. And I think we actually got a little bit of surprise there in the first half. We didn't expect them to come out that hard, just disrupting our game. But kudos to them. They got the right game plan in place. And, like Mama said, there's lots to learn for next year. A lot of guys, youngsters that have now played in a playoff game, they see the difference from the round robins to the playoffs. So, I guess there's lots to work on, but obviously this one is a little bit hard to swallow.
Something that New York, you got to give them credit. Usually the death knell for your side is when you get that rolling ball from that line out, it's game over. You're going to score a try. But New York, they must have looked at film. I don't know what they did, but they put the kibosh on your rolling ball tonight. It really didn't get anywhere. It seemed to have a big impact on the game. Did it force you to change strategy as you went through the game?
I mean, it's always difficult to play without your back. I think that's what the game plan was. They kind of nullified our momentum going into obviously the score zone. So that, like I said, kudos to them. They did the homework. They kind of stopped us from what we wanted to do. And then on the flip side, when we wanted to change it up, they brought pressure at the breakdown. So, obviously a good week for them. And like I said, we'll reflect over the next couple of weeks, start planning again in a couple of months, and then take it forward into next year.
Well, Kurt, shifting focus a little bit to South African rugby, I'm sure you probably saw that it's an all South African final in URC. The Stormers squeak it out. Warwick Galant slides across in the 85th minute to get a try. And then Mani Libok, I was about to say you might want to get a contract with the Stormers for next weekend because Mani Libok missed 2 conversions and a drop goal from 17 meters. They're like, no! But then when it mattered, he came through, slotted the kick, and the Stormers win it. The final will be next weekend in Cape Town. What are your thoughts about that? An all South African final in a league in which some people question the utility of having South Africans play there.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, a lot of especially European teams and supporters kind of wrote us off going into the competition. And the last time I think we were all South African final was in 2010, so which is great. So, I mean, South African rugby is in a good place at the moment. They obviously also announced the Springbok team, and good to see some youngsters coming through. Guys who obviously put their hands up during the season, and obviously the coach is rewarding them with a spot in the squad. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week. North-South derby, you don't get any better than that. Definitely don't miss those games. You'll feel, you feel sore. Definitely feel sore the next day. But it's going to be an epic battle between the Bulls and the Stormers. And obviously now that we're off, I'm going to definitely have some time to watch it.
You know, during the broadcast, I was doing a live play-by-play and color commentary covering the game, and one of my viewers from South Africa came. I said, "Chris, is that Kurt Coleman from South Africa?" I'm like, "Yes, it is." If you're wondering where he's been playing in Atlanta. He's been burning it up. But Kurt, what are your plans in the offseason? Will you be staying in the States, or are you traveling back to South Africa to visit family or do something back there?
Yeah, I'm staying in the States. I'm going to be coaching our academy team, so definitely staying in the States for a couple of months. And then I'll head over for Christmas back home, and then obviously come back for preseason next year.
Well, you're coaching the academy. That's awesome. Is this your first venture into coaching, or have you been doing this previously?
No, not my first venture. It's something I love to do, and an opportunity arose. So we'll see how it goes. I've been working with him now for the past, I guess, 2.5 years. Obviously, through COVID, we couldn't really get our season going, but now that hopefully that's all behind our back, we can see how it goes, get a couple of games behind the belt, and I guess I'll put my coaching hat on for the next couple of months, see how it goes.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Great to see you giving back to the game. That's always nice. Kurt Coleman, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on a really good season. Unfortunate end tonight, but there's always next season. And more importantly, we're looking forward to next weekend, Stormers versus Bulls in the mother city of Cape Town DHL Stadium. I know you'll be watching it, as will I. I'll be calling play-by-play on my channel. But then right after that, we've got the Springboks against Wales, the 3-series test. I'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Let me turn over to Jeremy real quick before we wrap up. Thank you. Bye, Donkey.
Okay. Thanks, bro. Cheers.
My question is, when a game is lining up the way this one did early on, and you realize that, your leg may play such a big part in this, besides the obvious points at the end, when you realize that more responsibility is being put on you, like what goes through your head at that point? And do you realize
that's a great question.
Great question.
Is it one of those you just know, hey, I can't miss now?
No kidding.
I mean, it's any kicker will tell you this. Once you put the ball down, you kind of go into your bubble, into your zone. You just focus on the process and not the outcome. If you start focusing on the outcome, you'll forget about the process. And I mean, it's very cliche to say, but it definitely works. So I just try and stay in the moment. It's one of my biggest things going into playoff rugby. Stay in the moment, don't get overwhelmed, and just trust the process.
As he said, we appreciate the season, and you guys are.
No, real quick before he goes, Mike Petrie was calling the game. Mike said that, Peaches, he played scrum half for USA Eagles. He said he always, people ask him if he can kick. He said, I can't kick, and I don't envy those guys. So, Kurt, I can't kick either. So, well done. Thanks a lot, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.